And we're back. See, it only took a moment. Thinking about writing a play in the Samuel Beckett style. You'll have to explain what that means. Quietly freaks out. You guys freak out every time. Benign, I'm not even that late. You do it every time. It is cute that you do it every time. Also, Kilo, I hope your you recover well after your surgery. I'm getting words out. We're good. All right. I'm not even that late, Benign, okay? It was just a moment. All right. I was explaining
Yeah,
everything that's
compared to other
happening.
people. Oof.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah. Also, that's not on. Hold on. Yay. I should. Why do I have to open this every time? That's annoying. That's what happens when I'm trying things that I'm not used to. There we go.
I like keep switching sides. Sorry, you guys. Sorry.
Oh, we're good. We're good. All right, guys. Hello, how we doing? Let's set some ground rules real quick. Guys, y'all mostly already know my good friend Bill on the channel right underneath me. Depending on which view you're on, he's a little bit to the left, but most of them I'm on top. So that's somebody's kink out there. Enjoy. Anyways, hi. We're here. It is definitely someone's kink out there. I don't know who's just yet, but it's somebody's. We're here to talk to Trump supporters, and if they're all too scared to call in, that's fine. I have things that I'm going to talk about and educate everybody on. And what I would appreciate, you guys, is if you help me or help pay for my labor. All right. The plan is this is the highest goal I've ever set on a live for a monetary amount for $150 because next week I have to, well, not next week, 12 days from now, I have to take Safari to the vet and it's $250 to get her into the door. Why would I be on top of the screen? It's because it's my channel. I hope that makes sense. Like I'm on top because it's my live. It is my host. Anyways, sure, actually security, I'll even answer this person for you, right? And Bill already knows this as well because I already talked to him ahead of time. If this live goal gets cleared, Bill gets paid. I hope that helps you, security, defense, whatever your name is. I hope that helps you over in TikTok, okay?
Yeah, yeah. You should
That
really mind your business.
yeah, like if that helps you, like I've already talked to him. I've talked to my call screener, who's gonna be the first person y'all talk to when you call the number on this phone, about how we're doing this. So y'all, you're doing too much. That's things that are irrelevant to you. All right. But anyways, ground rules, TikTok. You guys, the shares every single live have been really bad. So I need you guys to push out the shares. Make sure you are double tapping the screen. We now have a monitor bar for you to make sure you're tapping the screen. So if you do not get to 25,000 likes in 15 minutes, I know you guys can do it. That's the goal, right? Every half hour, we should be at 50,000 likes. There's no reason not to. And if you guys are watching over on YouTube or Twitch, you guys just interact. There's no extra way to interact. But if you're watching on YouTube, here's the important part. I need you guys to hit that thumbs up button below the description. And then also within the description, go to Bill's page and then hit subscribe and come back to the live. So that's how I need you over on YouTube to interact while also sharing to your MAGA uncle that nobody likes, right? But more importantly, if you see someone that is MAGA in the chat, encourage them to call in on the screen because we want to have a phone call. Thank you so much, Capo, for the $50 super chat over on YouTube. I do appreciate you guys so much.
Wow, W's.
I appreciate that a lot. I will just be clear, and this isn't, I'm not very clear on this. Super chats, I only get paid once a month. And I won't get paid for that until next month. So when it comes to the fund here for the vet, That's for direct pay links, Cash App, and Venmo, which is Mermaid RE0 on all the apps. But I will keep you in mind, Capo, because you are amazing and you do so much. I have not, Moose. If you want to put that in the server, I will go look at that. So yes, these are all the things that are happening. I thank you guys so much for being here. Those are my ground rules. I want you guys to make sure that you are following Bill, subscribing to him. If you are watching over on TikTok as well, I'm about to bring his backup account. Make sure you follow him there. And if you're watching over on TikTok, you have easy access to his direct pay link, so don't make his labor free either. All right. Let's get this
It takes a
all.
lot to do these announcements, right?
It does.
Hey, Dolphin. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And also to be clear, guys, like the other reason why I do a monetary fund is because I have to pay ahead of time for the systems that I use. So that's why I pay it for the time that I've used it on. All right. Tara, he's right there at the bottom of the screen now in the corner. There you go. We got you. Everyone imagine this as the rainbow one. Oh, that's lame. I'm sorry that it's not letting you do I'm sorry it's not letting you do stickers, Luca. That's not cool. Hi JP,
Aw.
thank you for being a member. Press F. I don't know what that means, but it's something on YouTube, so it probably means something. And then Bishop, is Bill much of a scientist?
Far from it. A political scientist, maybe. I don't know.
Hey Jupiter. Thank you for that. And Killhead. You typed a lot. Okay. I always gotta read this. Smashes in, roll, landing into wall, throwing pocket glitter. Good, wonderful Wednesday, cuties and beauties. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful day. And remember your daily dose of hydration and snackies. And remember you're all amazing and keep that head up. Kickflips off deck ragdoll. Okay, that's too much. Thank you. That's a little bit too much at the end on your exit, but I do appreciate the work you put into typing that up. F is to show respect. Oh, thanks, no name. So Bill is not much of a science guy. Well, see, yeah, because that's Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yeah, I don't want to take. That's why I say I'm politically science driven.
Yeah. All right. But we can go all through all of this. Somebody, oh, this is hilarious. David in the YouTube chat with a crying face, right? The sad face. America's enemies are spending billions to make Trump look bad in front of the American people.
Oh, they make it Trump look bad. Okay.
How are they? Y'all hilarious.
I see the Bill P, the political guy. I like that. I
Aw.
like that. YouTube, you are fire. Thank you.
We already have two W's as well as Capo, because I only saw a few Capo W's, but we have two more W's. Thank you so much, Leslie, for the 50 said for the vet fund. And then Michelle, thank you as well for the 20 that also said for the pet fund. So we're already down, cut that a little bit and just over half. Well, just under half, I should say, to 50 or 80. Man, I cannot talk today.
Nice job, y'all. W's.
W Leslie, W Michelle, and W Capo. All W's all the way around. I do appreciate that, guys. All right. Cool. So, and I'm sure you guys already saw as well. Ooh, thank you, Leslie. That was pretty. I appreciate you. Oh, yeah, and I'm back from vacation. Hello. Nice to see you guys. We have the text. I think everyone's seen it, right? Maybe behind a paywall for you. I don't know. We have the text for the memorandum of understanding. Well, funny thing is, I also have the text that the Iran say that they agreed to, the Iranians. So we'll see what all of that is. And we'll kind of do a compare and contrast. Y'all say the dumbest shit sometimes in that chat. Oh yeah, and if you guys want to insult me by like you want me to read your insult, it's gonna be a $10 minimum super chat. But and I'll read it and put it on screen. So I'll give you the attention you want for $10.
Yeah, I have it here too. I was reading over in my last live.
Yeah. I gotta open the one from Aran because I had that too. It's a matter of scrolling up to find it.
Thank you
Says
for the
Aran.
subscribers on YouTube. Thank you.
Yes.
That's my next stop is to be on YouTube, you guys. About 8 weeks away from that, if all things go well. So thank you for that.
There it is. Okay. Oh, why did I do that? I know how to make this. All right, let's split. Cool beans. All right, guys. Oh wait, we do have somebody on the line. Dan, you're on the air with Ari and Bill. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thanks. How are you, Ari?
Doing well. How old are
How are you, Bill? Good.
Oh, I'm good. You talking? Okay.
Yeah. And you are still supporting Trump, is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the United States of America in general. That's
I
the
mean, I
main reason
also
why
support the country, but that means I get to be critical of those who are in charge.
I'm definitely critical of those that have put us in the position that we're in now. For the last 80 years, they've been stealing our tax dollars and wasting it. And we finally have somebody in the White House that cares about the American people. So that's nice. Very refreshing. It's a shame that the media is so dishonest. You know, we've had 11 years of straight anti-Trump propaganda, and it's really, really affected a lot of people's brains. There's a lot of brainwashed people out there just hate Trump, you know, that they don't know anything other than they're supposed to hate Trump. You know? Too bad. Our country could be in such a great place right now if our media were just more honest.
Could you give an example of the media?
Of the media dishonesty?
Yeah.
Give you an example of what, sir?
Of an example of the media being dishonest, because I think that should be a crime.
Yeah, well, in the last 11 years, you've heard 94% or 95% negative news about Donald Trump. In that time, he has shut down the border. There's absolutely no illegal immigration coming in. He has cut 350,000 useless federal jobs. Never hear anything about that. You know, he's exposed what are we talking now? $500 billion worth of fraud around the country, and it's just begun.
That didn't happen.
The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Of the accomplishments of this administration.
Sure. I
But
want
you never hear anything about it, though. You never hear anything positive about this administration, because in a Marxist society, if you give any credit to your opponent, that gives them power, and the Marxists are only interested in taking power, however they can, taking and keeping power. That's what Marxism. That's what Marxism is all about.
You've never read anything
So-
about Marxism.
Wow, Ari. So in a Marxism society, we elected Donald Trump.
Apparently.
Well,
Mm.
that's funny that you say you elected.
Also, can you hold on,
we
Dan,
elected Donald
Dan,
Trump because
Dan,
we really had
Dan,
to fight
Dan.
against
No.
a fraudulent system in order to win that third election.
Hey, Dan,
the second election was obviously
Dan,
stolen. Anyone with a functioning brain
Dan.
knows that there was all kinds of fraud
I
in
don't care.
2020.
Okay. Dan, I had to mute you because you are purposely ignoring me. I need you to back up off your mic because it is clipping, so you sound staticky every other word. And I might not have any other callers, but I'm not going to continue to listen to that for however long we have a conversation. So I need you to either back away from your cell phone's mic or check your Bluetooth connection. I'm not sure which one it is. And I'm going to bring you back off mute and we can have this conversation. All right. All right. Let's check your microphone now. It was really bad.
I'm on earbuds, so the only thing I can do is turn the volume down. So that's what I did.
Yeah, it's still clipping just a little bit. All right. Where can I find the stat about 94 to 97% of all news media was reported negatively about Trump?
It's an ongoing stat, but
Where
Scott
did you read
Jennings
it?
quoted it yesterday, last night.
Oh, okay. Scott Jennings. And where did he quote from?
You know, I'm driving right now, so I'm not.
So then,
I'm
why
not,
is he? So why is he
it's
receiving a
you,
check from
you
that
hear a
company?
lot on CNN or MSNBC, MS Now, whatever, ABC. Do you hear a lot of positive Donald Trump news?
Sir, Scott Jennings is being paid by CNN.
You're awesome.
Yeah, he's the only honest player on CNN. He runs circles around Albie Phillips. It's pretty embarrassing, actually.
No, it's
Yeah,
embarrassing the way
actually,
that he-
interesting.
If
Scott
there are
Jennings. Scott Jennings
there are any
never said
leftists
it.
that
Scott
are able
Jennings.
to make any good
I
points
just hold on.
about,
I just want to be clear.
any-
Scott Jennings didn't say that, and I find it funny that you're talking about somebody who literally defended a racist trope just 2 days ago. Wow.
Exactly.
Oh, we're talking racism now. Did you want to talk?
No, I'm just
racism?
pointing it
My
out. Well,
gosh.
technically, it
Come on.
wasn't
Okay.
racism. It was sexism mixed in with transphobia against a black woman.
I
So
love
also
it. Oh my gosh,
racism.
you got
So
all of the buzzwords.
I'm not.
All of the left.
You're also having all of the buzzwords, and your mic is horrible, and I'm not listening to that anymore. Like, I can deal with a lot, but the clipping and the static in your microphone is the worst. All right. And I'm, especially with my in-ear headphones, like it's in my ear. I don't want to hear that. I'd rather talk to Bill and go through news than hear that. So, Dan, as you are calling back in, I will not talk to you until you fix your mic. So, Lanati, if his mic is still static, you can tell him that. All right? Because I'm not talking to him if his mic is horrible like that again. Again, I'd rather just talk to Bill and talk to the people listening and go over this MOU bullshit. That's basically fake shit. Anyways.
Yeah. Can I do a
That's
quick
this
thank
one.
you?
Yeah.
Queen, thank you for the 15 on the green app. Said a little something to shake some ass later. Thank you so.
W
Thank you so
Queen.
much. W's in the chat for Queen, y'all. Thank you.
Yeah. Also TikTokers, of course he got us flagged for civic and election integrity. That's all right. TikTokers, I'm gonna need you to be double tapping that screen. You guys are not tapping enough. We're only at 15,000 likes. You are way, 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 way behind because we should be at 50,000 likes on TikTok in the next 7 minutes. So I'm gonna need y'all to be stepping up your game. In Saved American, then you can call the number on the screen because that's how this channel works. I don't talk to yappers in the chat. Ooh, which by the way, guys, friendly reminder, if you are annoyed by anybody that is typing in the chats and any one of the chats as well, if you send $5, they will get muted for the day. So if you want to help also contribute to the fund and you've got $5 burning a hole in your pocket, Mermaid RE0 on all of the apps, and we'll mute them. So Saved American has also offered to be muted. So if somebody wants to pay $5, then he can. We got this.
Yeah,
Okay.
what a loser.
Yeah. Oh, Patriotus, I guess, also volunteered to be muted as well. So guys, there's 2 people in TikTok that are volunteering to be muted. All right, Dan called back and he got off Bluetooth. So
Yeah.
I'll love 20 to remove my mod powers.
Oh, yes, that is also true. You can well, no, mods are on my live are higher priced. My mods are $50 to remove mod powers for a day. Okay, so Dan, can you show me where CBP, ICE, or DHS keep track of crossings?
No.
No.
Are you aware of all the crossings that are happening right now?
No, sir. You want to know why?
Why is
Because
that?
if people cross through the border illegally, we don't know about them. They came through unseen. So,
Right. You know that we are aware of every single body that goes through the desert, right? We
no.
track them all. That's
Show
how we
me.
know about gotaways.
Where? No, no, the
Sometimes we
gotaways are an
Sometimes
estimate.
we can't reach them,
No, the
but
gotaways are an
we know
estimate.
about all of them.
Gotaways are an estimate. They are not an exact number.
Right, because we see them in the desert, so we realize that they got away. That's where the term
No,
comes
What?
that's not at all what that is about.
from. Yeah, we have a heat tracking system through the desert, and we have sensors all
So
along the
you're
border.
saying, I just want to make sure because I don't
You
want
guys
to.
already know this. You guys already know
Okay.
this, right? I'm not.
Thank you, Denise. If a mod wants to mute Saved American, his fee was
Lawn
paid.
sunshine.
Oh, shit. Seriously?
Yep.
Period.
Anyways.
Let's
So-
keep that going. I like that.
Anyways,
Anyway, yeah.
If you-
So
if you-
there
if
is
you were
no. If
going
you
to-
actually
if you
just
were
had
going to
looked up
guess
at
how
any
much-
time. Oh goodness.
how much tax dollars are being saved by the amount of illegal aliens that have already left, what would be your guess? I'm just curious.
You couldn't give me a number because they are a net positive to the United States of America. I'm not sure if you're aware of Cato Institute, but they did find that over the last 50 years, undocumented immigrants contributed or reduced the deficit by $14.5 trillion. So you haven't done your research.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a net positive for sure. They make
They are.
everything better, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they don't. I know they don't look like you, and you might not understand the language, and so that terrifies you. But when we're talking about numbers and economics, they are a positive. Again, you're probably thinking socially because you just don't want to see brown people here, probably. But it's gonna happen, and it's here already. And they are a positive to a community. That's why we have various ways of people coming into the border to benefit our economy.
Yeah. I think you are, that's really well said, and you'll get a lot
Thank
of
you.
traction with a lot of really intelligent people saying
Thank
that
you. I usually do.
bringing in 30 million illegal aliens has been a net positive.
Ooh,
for
where
our
is that
country.
30
statistic?
million.
That's a-
Wow.
That's
Over
a
what-
brilliant
Over what
statement.
period
Donald
of
Trump
time?
have even said that. Wow.
He might have said that high.
I realistically, it's probably closer to 50 by now because they reproduce. But in the last 4 years, we
Oh,
brought in
wow.
10 million. And in
Wow,
the last
the racism
30
is
years, it's
raging.
been about, they're estimating about 30
Incorrect. The
million
Department of
everywhere.
Homeland Security, I'm going to cut you off here. The Department of Homeland Security even only estimates it at about 14 million in total since 1980. You're not, well, like 1972. You're not doing great here, sir. Like, no, the Department of Homeland Security, right?
Right.
I'm sure you know who
Right.
they are.
That,
Yeah. Since 1972, they have still only estimated that it's the undocumented population within the United States is about 14 million. Not 50, because I don't know if you realize this, but if you have kids and you're on US soil, you're a whole ass citizen. So the fact that they
yeah.
reproduce means that it's increasing our population in a positive way because they're US citizens.
Yeah, and can we not speak about human beings like they're roaches or dogs?
Yeah,
Like,
the
it's
reproduction
not.
comment is
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, that was disgusting.
Oh, sorry. Do you need a tissue? I don't want to hurt your little feelings.
No one
Um,
even said
Oh,
our feelings were
man.
hurt. I just said it
um,
was
It's
sir,
weird.
It's okay, big guy. It's
sir,
okay, big
sir.
guy.
I
You
am
can
not
put your
at
big boy pants
my
on.
house right now.
You don't have to be a
You
little
will
girl,
not be
dude.
able.
You don't have to be
I'm
a
not
little
gonna
girl.
overtalk you.
You can still be a man. I know that you're a liberal, but you know you can still be a man. Just because liberals are so gay and ridiculous, you know.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride.
I'm proud
Oh
of where
my
I stick my
gosh.
penis. Is that the dumbest
Cred,
thing you've ever heard in your life?
Cred,
People
thank you
being
for the
proud
$5.
of who
Say
they
again,
fuck.
Bill. I'm trying.
Why is anybody proud of
Thank
who they
you.
fuck?
Bishop said, I
What
keep trying to think up an insult,
what kind
but I
of
keep
dumb
coming up
shit is
short.
that?
That's funny. Thanks. Um, are you, sir? I don't.
What kind of ridiculous garbage is that when you're proud of where you stick your penis?
I just want to let you know
How
that there's a
how
gentleman
stupid
called
are
Big
you when
Show.
that's what you
Yeah, there's a gentleman
I
called
don't do
Big
anything.
Show in my comments that said this isn't the way to talk to one another. I'm Republican and doesn't agree with you. So the way you're like rolling down the hill with your nonsense, because it is your nonsense and not ours, right? Um, even Republicans aren't agreeing with you. The only thing I just said was happy Pride because you were assuming that everybody like swings a certain way for some reason and you're the one who went to an individual's genitalia, which is pretty weird that that's the first thing that came to your mind when someone just said happy Pride. Not realizing that the reason why June is Pride Month is because what happened with Stonewall in those protests,
happy
and it's
pride? It's so
about
important that
it's
we know who everyone's
about
having sex with.
why are
Otherwise,
you
we can't
obsessed
stop.
with? Okay, so at this point, this guy's just obsessed with what other people do in their bedrooms. Let's explain why, right? So first he said, right, that immigrants are procreating. Okay? That like he specifically said there's like 50 million now because they procreate. So he's already obsessed with the fact that they got to get jiggy with it to get anywhere and create more babies. And then I say happy Pride, which is just a moment of solidarity, right? And it's acknowledging the plight that those have of the LGBTQIA plus community have faced within not only just the United States of America, but within the entire world. It's just acknowledging their plight, okay? And kind of like how we have, and everything comes together, right? It's all called intersectionality for a reason. So we have Black History Month. We have Native American History, Indigenous History Month. We have Latin History Month. But we don't have White History Month because we are not denigrated within society of the United States of America for that reason. So when we say things like Happy Pride or Happy Black History Month, Bill, or on June 19th, which I'm sure this caller would know nothing about, say Happy Juneteenth. And this is an acknowledgement of the what's a good phrasing for this, of the steps that individuals in these communities had to take and overcome to get to where they are now. So it has nothing to do with sex. It's very weird that that's where you went to. So
Yeah,
Do
and
you
the funny thing is, I don't know if you had him muted or on low, but he was like
real low?
literally going off the entire time. Like
He was a
it's
gnat in my ear.
remarkable. Yeah, on my live, Ari, we like to call that a deep throater. So it's again, happy Pride, everyone. I'll mute.
Happy Pride, everyone. Be proud of where you put your penis.
That literally has nothing to do with it. I still, so I just want to be clear. I said all of that, and when I know you heard nothing because you were a little gnat in my ear the entire time, you didn't shut up. You just buzzed the entire time.
The least, the
So
least
I just want to be
valuable people in
clear
our
that that's
society
not anything
are
to do with it.
homosexuals and transsexuals. Those are the least valuable people
Transsexuals isn't a
in our
thing.
society.
Transsexuals isn't a thing. That would just be somebody that is
No,
attracted to transgender individual. You don't
that's
know what you're
actually
talking
white
about.
No,
man.
that's a
It's
transsexual is
actually
someone
it's
that's
actually white man.
pretending to be the other sex. You're
No, a
right. There's no
transsexual is
such thing
somebody.
as
I
a
don't think
transsexual.
you don't know anything. Okay, so I'm gonna help you out. If you are saying that somebody were to be transsexual, you would be saying that that is somebody that is attracted to an individual that identifies as transgender. All right. That's what that means. So there's my little tidbit of education. I know I just threw that out you. I'm sure you won't keep track of it. Also, Bishop, anyone that you see in Twitch chat, you can just time them out or whatever. If someone comes in all wild in, feel free. And as far as in TikTok, well, actually, mods over in YouTube, you guys have permission to time 4 people out for 24 hours over in YouTube. Have fun. Take your pick. Whoever's annoying you the most, they can be timed out. Bishop paid for it. Oh, Dan left because I wasn't giving him attention. So I wouldn't be able to find out what he did. And in TikTok, guys, you guys have permission to mute 2 people for the entire live. I'm leaving 2 for you over on Twitch, Bishop. And look at that, guys. In that short amount of time, we have a W Mia and a W Bishop, and we are down to $10.
All right.
Y'all could have been doing this the whole time. All right. Okay. So I see it. I see it. I seen to you. I'm kidding. I love you guys. Also, by the way, just a friendly heads up for everybody that's in here listening. Tomorrow is another deep dive episode. We're going to look into the Republican candidates on the gubernatorial race in Colorado. So be sure to check in. I've got my good friend that is in Colorado, and 2 other people you didn't see on the last deep dive episode are helping out. And then we'll have another one on the 29th of the month. So we're jumping in and we're digging into crazy people out there. Well, semi crazy. We'll just put it that way. Okay. We do have 2 others that have called in. Hopefully their microphones are beyond better than Dan's, so I can have the volume up and not have to turn them down immediately. Okay. We have Ryan. Hi, Ryan. You're on air with Ari and Bill. How are you doing today? I'm sorry you're having issues with your life. I see you, Big Show. Like you're perfectly fine. I even gave you a little bit of shout out earlier because yeah, I try not to talk to people like that way. And he just went down the deep end. Fine, whatever. We have Jason on the air. We'll get him up here.
Hey, what's going on? Jason.
Hi, Jason. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How about you?
Doing well. Just for TikTok terms of service, how old are you?
22.
22. Fantastic. And you didn't vote, but you would have voted for Trump. So what's
Yeah, see,
Trump done so
given the
far?
option between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, or given the option between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, or given the option between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, I probably would have voted for Donald Trump, but I don't vote, see? Like, I just refuse to buy into the system. I don't want to get my hands dirty with all that political nonsense, but given the options at the time, I feel like Trump was the better candidate.
Hmm. Let me ask you a quick question. What is one thing in your life right now that you wish could be better? And
That I wish could be better.
yeah.
I wish we'd stop shilling out to Israel. We should be like more concerned with our
Mm.
security and our safety here in the U.S. We shouldn't be sending our boys overseas to go and fight for Israel and whatever they want. I feel like we've been sold out. I'm a veteran. I served a little bit of time, just one contract, so no big deal. I'm not gonna parade around my status as a veteran, but I feel like we got cheated. We got the dirty end of the stick. We got shafted by Israel. I feel like we've always kind of been doing what Israel wanted to do. It's never really been America first, and that's what Trump ran on. He ran on America first. But I'm looking around, and it sounds like Israel's first, guys. Like, I hate to break it to you, but I think that what's going on over there is, it's kind of important.
Okay. So we'll knock on this for a second. I'd actually just specifically asked you about your personal life that was happening. But so when it comes to that, this is where your non-vote negatively impacts the sphere of our politics. And the fact that you never want to get involved is telling as well. Also, W Bishop for clearing out the rest of the goal. Um,
Yeah, can I
if
clear
you
the air on
don't
that?
want
The
to,
non-participation, yeah. So
is a
the
choice.
non-participation, yeah, is strictly to voting. I don't feel like, as a young person in the U.S., I don't feel like voting is honest. I don't think that it's fair. I think that the system is broken, and that voting is essentially adult Santa Claus. You know how like kids on Christmas Eve will write letters to Santa Claus and they'll put them in the mail and the mailman will take them, and it's really convincing. Like, oh, like Santa got your letter and you're gonna get what you wanted for Christmas. Well, that's kind of like what voting is,
No,
except
no, it's not really
adults
that
do it.
complicated. No, it's if you're educated enough and you're actually keeping up with this, you can see the results and everything that's being done. It's totally disgusting, and I'm not even gonna hold back. It's a disgrace that you have the nerve to say that you serve this country, but you don't believe in quote a system of voting like that. I don't even really care to even engage in why you even don't vote because, like I said, if you could think that you serve this country and not even fight
Sir,
for the
sir, I'm
rights and
I'm
for
not
the
trying
beliefs
to
of people,
offend you. I'm
then
just
then
saying
that's
that
on you. I'm
I'm
not
I'm
offended. That's
refusing
you
to
who don't vote.
participate.
That's you. You was gonna support a fascist anyway. So the fact that you sat at home, that made my life a lot easier. So
Yeah, because I just refuse to participate. I told you that out of the options for the candidates that ran for the past three elections, well, two elections, we kind of got cheated there in the middle. But out of the past two elections, the better candidate, statistically speaking, was Donald Trump. I mean, like, pretty much everybody on the right side knew that he was going to win. Um, like, it was a
that's usually
no-brainer.
how it goes.
So yeah, he
That's
was the
usually how
better
it
candidate.
goes.
Mm. What specifically in his background made him a better candidate?
He's an old white male and he's extremely rich. He ran against two women. I mean, is this actually a discussion right now? I mean, he beat two women, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you had this ultra wealthy, like, billionaire tycoon walk into a place, white male, blonde hair, said he's gonna run for president. Pretty much, the
His
same
hair is
shit we've been
white.
getting year after year after year, and he beats two women. I mean, like, that didn't really come as a shock to me.
You should
I'm
probably
I'm just
change
gonna
that
throw it out
sentence
there.
structure a little bit with different words because that doesn't sound good to say.
Okay, well, he won against 2 women.
There we
How
go.
about that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's much better
Well, the other
phrasing.
thing is probably true too, but we'll keep it alleged for now.
Yeah. So
Well, here's the problem, right?
sexism
I think this
and
would fix y'all's
classism
problem.
is the reason why he supports Donald Trump and thinks that he had a better resume, from what I understand.
See, you're putting words in my mouth here.
Oh
I
no,
just said he
no,
was the better
no,
candidate.
no. So I'll repeat back what you said. I asked what made him the better candidate, and you said he's an old white man that was good at business, right? And he ran
Yeah, he's
against
super
two
wealthy.
women. He
Yeah.
ran against two women and lost. Or like, yeah, he won against two women and that was it, right?
Yeah, he
So
won
what
against
you are
okay, so
saying,
the Democrat
you're
Party put
denigrating
up 2 women.
okay. Yes. You are hating so heavily on the fact that women campaigned against him, right? And the women lost, and automatically, I guess because he won and he's an old white man, when I asked you what made him a better candidate, you said that's what made him a better candidate. Was he was an old white man with money. So that would be sexism and classism. Because you're worried about money and his gender. It's a little bit weird.
And he said he was white.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, racism. Sorry, I missed that part. I do apologize for that one.
No, you said it the first
How
time.
is it racist?
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You
Am I
don't.
still here? Am I on?
Oh, you're
Mhm.
still here. But you don't
Oh,
see
okay,
it.
all right.
Okay, that's troublesome.
So, here's the thing, all right? The Democrat Party had 2 women campaign for president. The Republican Party had 1 male.
No, that's not true.
That's not
Are
true.
you not? Did you not watch any of the primary debates for the Republican Party?
Donald Trump was campaigning to be president. He campaigned against Hillary Clinton, and he campaigned against
No,
Kamala
he
Harris.
campaigned against. He campaigned. Who is Nikki Haley? Okay, so that's a Republican that he ran against in the primaries that he campaigned against.
Are we talking about the Republican primaries now?
That's what
Yes.
I said.
Well, I wasn't. I was talking about the presidential election.
Which involves a primary prior to the election.
Yeah, but I was saying that Donald Trump was campaigning for the presidency, right, against 2 women, and he won.
Yep. He showed that he can
That
only win
surprised
against a
no
woman.
one.
Congratulations. But again,
Yeah,
when I
it
ask
didn't
you,
surprise
so
anyone.
I guess I'm like, so let me just rehash this for a second, right? So I specifically asked you what made him a better candidate. And you just simply went with, and we're just going to repeat for you. He's an old white man with money.
Yeah.
And that automatically makes someone a better candidate.
And
Yeah,
don't
when
forget,
you're-
you
when
said
you're
that
campaigning-
you
I guess that
would've
makes
voted for
sense
him.
why I guess that makes
when
sense
you're
why
campaigning
Biden
against
won,
2
right?
women, it does. That's
Correct,
just- that's
Ari.
just-
Yeah,
you
that
gotta
makes
think in-
sense.
you gotta
That makes
think
sense why Biden
statistically,
won in
every
2020
president
then
has been
because
that
he was
person.
older than Donald
Right.
Trump and he was still a white
Right.
man. He didn't have the money part, so that part
His
wasn't. He
mental
was
faculties were
wealthy,
degrading.
but
He
not
also had
like
Hunter
Yeah.
Biden,
Trump level wealthy.
so
Okay.
his son kinda shot him in the
Here we
back,
go.
and-
I'm sorry. So this is from my friend Sean. I'm sorry, young veteran, but you need to look at Cadet Bone Spurs taking from the VA and giving it to the military. The GOP is anti-VA and has been for decades.
Correct.
Well,
W's,
okay,
Sean.
I don't vote.
That's
I
a
refuse to
problem.
vote.
Yet you still say you would have and you support him.
I'm saying that out of the options given at the time,
Oh,
Donald
see, I
Trump
don't
was a
think you
clear winner.
understand. Like, I'm not talking about why you would have voted for him. I don't care about that, right? Like, I was even trying to ask you, like, why you support him, right? Because I don't rehash the results of the 2016, 2020, or 2024 elections. That's in
Right.
the past. I'm focused on the here and now, the present, and then the future.
Okay. So, what do you want to know? Past, present, and future. What's going on?
What's he done so far that would earn your continued support?
Oh, yeah, when he captured Nicolas Maduro, boner move right there.
Okay, what was the
So
benefit
vibes.
in that? How can you name
1
how
second
America
though.
benefited from that?
Oh, well, I mean, like we took out a South American dictator. I mean, he was kind of like down
Yes, I know
there
that
in the
happened, but
southern region
something
of our neighborhood,
right, right.
you know,
It was
making
for the
drugs,
name
sex
of
trafficking.
okay, okay. It was all in the name of national security and receiving funds from oil. Did we get any of that yet?
I don't remember oil having anything to do with it.
They were blowing up oil ships.
Oh, sweet. Like we were blowing up oil ships.
Okay. Did I miss anything interesting?
That's kind of
He
baller. I'm
said
not gonna
that
lie.
he
Like if
said
we
he
were
didn't
just
he
out
didn't
there,
know that we were blowing up oil weather boats that supposedly had oil on them.
And did he just say that
I mean,
the
I know
the
that like
blowing them up is baller?
whenever people get deployed to South
No.
America, like usually the status quo is blowing up drug boats.
No, that's
You
not
know,
true at all.
I guess the boats
That's
that are
definitely not
They
true.
didn't
transporting
That's
have
a
oil
they didn't
war
have
people
crime.
rugs.
blowing them.
Yeah,
No.
and they didn't have rugs, so
Also,
that's not it either.
and I don't know if you missed this either, but when there have been multiple congressional hearings, right? And all
Hmm.
of the congressmen and women that have gone into the skiff with members of the United States military or the generals or even Pete Hegseth, they looked at what was the qualifying or the requirements that should be met to blow a ship up out of the water that they were using. And not one of them, not one of the requirements was confirmed narcotics on the boat.
Yeah, but we do that though.
No, you don't. That's literally against our law of war manual.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but I know for a fact that we blow up narco ships because I've
No,
seen it
we
happen.
don't. Our process is to interdict them in international waters and investigate. We stop the boat, board the boat, look around, capture the people if necessary, arrest them to be
I'm
tried,
sorry. I was in the Navy. I watched
and you're
people blow up
lying.
narco ships.
Then why can't you confidently outline how it's done then? Tell us the process.
You get in a Black Hawk helicopter with the Hellfire missile on it, right? And then you fly out there and you blow the ship up. Well, not a ship necessarily, but a boat.
So
A small boat usually has
that's what
10
you're
to
riding
15
with.
people on it.
That was your comprehensive plan of the United States Navy in combating narcotics from
So
coming into the United States of
nope,
America.
here's the best part. He's already wrong. The Navy doesn't have Blackhawks. If he was in the Navy, he would know this.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, lady. A Sea Dragon. Does that clear
Nope,
things
still
up for you?
fucking wrong. I love
Dude,
this.
you are embarrassing
Okay.
the you need
Okay.
to whoa.
God, y'all.
What did you do in the
You
military?
don't
Did
want
you just go
you
there
don't
to
want to
get
say
fucking
anything about
drunk?
the Sea Dragon.
Still not what it's called.
It's the nickname for it.
Nope.
It's the platform of helicopter that the Navy uses.
Nope, it's not
You're
a Sea Dragon.
drowning. You are drowning.
Well, I've always heard it called a Sea Dragon. I worked on the EA-18G Growler personally,
I'm
so I
sure you
wouldn't know
didn't.
anything about helicopters.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, no.
Well, I know they use a helicopter.
They
So what do you
do.
do?
But it's not your standard Black Hawk. It's modified, and they don't
Right.
call it a
So
Black
it's
Hawk, and they don't call it a
because
Sea
I didn't name
Dragon.
the proper helicopter, I'm wrong. But the Navy
Yeah.
does go out in helicopters to
You're
Mhm.
blow
the
up
expert
narcotics
on here.
boats.
Yeah, if you were actually Navy, then it would be that way. But,
Right.
you
Well,
know.
I mean, I think it's really telling that you're
Uh-huh.
gonna call me out on the terminology of a helicopter
Uh-huh.
when everything else I'm
No, it's
saying
just
is
telling.
true.
No, there's no way to know that at this point because you've already lied once.
There's no way to know.
So, yeah,
I've seen it. I watched it.
I'm sure you've
Okay,
seen
I
it.
don't know
Yep,
you.
Yeah.
seen it all the
Okay,
way.
So
good.
there's no way to know.
Good. I'm glad you synced it.
Thank you, brother.
I'm not your brother.
I don't know, brothers in Christ. I feel like we are.
No, not one bit.
Skin
My
color doesn't
brothers
really
vote.
change things for me.
My
We're
brothers
all
my brothers
related in
vote.
some way.
Excuse me. My brothers vote to make sure that we don't have harm in our communities. What do you do in your community?
Well, this
Since you
brother
don't
doesn't
vote and
vote
believe in it,
because I don't
since
believe
you
in
don't vote, since you don't vote,
freedom.
well then, since you don't vote and you don't believe in this system, you must be doing something else. What's the alternative? Help us. What do you do for your communities? Maybe me and Ari could take
What's
something
the
from you.
alternative?
Yeah.
I'm just a well-armed citizen. I'm out here.
Oh, okay, so just
keeping
go
an
buy a
Oh.
bunch of
eye
pew
out.
pews. Okay. Yeah.
Just a well-armed civilian.
Got it. And you know that means you I'm not I'm not even gonna do it.
No, go ahead, man. Like, go shoot your shot.
Mm-mm.
You're the one on YouTube right now. Come on.
You're doing
Have some
great.
balls. Say
Keep it up.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we can talk about something else other than helicopters and drugs and Nicholas
Nah,
Maduro.
you have no morality, so toodles.
I have no morality. I just
Yeah. I'm gonna hang my hat on that one. And yes, guys, it's an MH60 Seahawk. Somebody said the UH60, that's Army. Yeah. And while they are all made by Lockheed Martin, that is true. It is a modified version of a Black Hawk, but it's got a different name. It's got a different model number and everything. It's not a Black Hawk. If you were actually enlisted in the Navy, you would use the term that it actually is. Sea Dragon, never heard of that before in my life. It is Seahawks. So, y'all, you're doing great.
Yeah, I think he was just gonna start naming other like maybe seahorse and stuff after. I don't know what he was gonna start doing, but oh well.
Yeah. I don't know what he was going to go with that one, but if you were truly in the Navy, I think you would know the difference between a Black Hawk or a Seahawk. Cool. No, SL, I don't take up TikTok. Yes. Bill is an exception, so people on TikTok can follow his account. That's it. But you can call the number. That's how this works. So if you wanna talk, you gotta call the number and get screened. Guys, if you are new here and you haven't already, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, depending on which platform you are on. And what I would like for you guys to do, if you are on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you are watching over on TikTok, guys, we've had this gift goal up for 29 minutes. Can we go ahead and clear out the roses? It's not a lot. And can we light up the gift gallery? Let's try to knock that out between today and tomorrow. Maybe you guys can knock it out today. I don't know. But let's try to get things done. Don't forget to share the live. And we need to pick up the pace on the taps on TikTok because we only have 62,000 likes and we should have already been at 100,000 in the next 2 minutes. So we are still way behind. So I do appreciate you. SL, if you think you are so great at doing like debating or having conversations, then call the number on the screen. I don't even know who the fuck you are. She knows what happened the last time I went up there. Who are you? Are you okay? No one knows who you are. I would have to, in order
No.
to like be running from you, I would have to know who you are. And I don't know what the fuck that is. So, anyways, what I see is someone being a scaredy cat in my TikTok chat, not calling the number on the screen. So, this will be to my mods. You on TikTok, you guys do have two mutes to utilize. So, if he annoys you, you're welcome to. All right, you have 2 full live mutes available. So, just reminder, Bishop paid for 8 mutes, and I divvied them up between the platforms.
All right, W's Bishop.
Reginald, you are on the line with Ari and Bill. How are you doing today?
I'm good, and yourselves?
Doing well. And for TikTok terms of service, how old are you?
I'm 55.
55. And so you still are supporting Donald Trump. What's he done so far to earn your continued support?
Yes, I am. I will vote for him until he can't run anymore.
Okay, well, that was in 2024. He can no longer run again because that's against the 22nd Amendment of our United States Constitution. So what's he done so far to earn your continued support?
Anybody that puts my country first, I will vote for them.
Cool. Can you explain what he's done that is putting the country first and be very specific?
I would like. Well, one thing y'all haven't brung up as a topic is how have y'all noticed how the fentanyl overdose has gone down?
Real quick,
I'm not saying it's not there,
one
but
second,
what I'm saying
one
is
second,
it's not
one
as
second,
rapid as it
one
was.
second. Hey, Reginald, I have no problem talking about this. Please say the F substance.
He closed the
Please
borders.
say
He
no,
got
no,
all
Reginald.
He got all those.
Reginald, I need you to slow down and pause and listen to me. When you're talking over me like that, I know you're not listening. So you can say the F substance. Just don't say the name of don't say the actual name of the substance. TikTok doesn't like it. So I'm going to bring you off mute. Those are just the lines. Okay? If you do it again, you will be immediately muted. Cool.
Sailors on here. Okay.
I was just setting down ground rules because TikTok is a very sensitive app.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
So I actually
I
have
get
the
it.
statistics of what you said, the F rug. So last year in 2025, and this is according to the rugabusestatistics.org, 69% of overdose unalivements, 69% was from the F rug. That was the first year that Donald Trump got in. 69%.
Okay.
So where's the improvement?
Okay, you saying the first year he's gotten in, right? Okay, but what after that? Where are we at with it now?
That is now.
I'll go ahead. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking now. That's a year from.
Because y'all expect somebody to get in office and things to start changing immediately. That's not how it goes.
Sir, you made the claim. You said Donald Trump made it better,
and I'm standing on
the
it.
numbers came
I'm gonna
down,
stand by it.
and I'm showing you right here. You could go to the same website I'm on. That is not true. In 2024, DEA agents confiscated 60 million ethanol lace pills and all 8,000 of ethanol powder. Now, that was the most significant we saw. Now, I, I'm not even looking for a political score, but it sounds like Trump was not president in 2024. So it looks like he's not the one that had the biggest impact when it comes to this in communities. It is going up under his administration.
You didn't listen. You didn't. You didn't. And where you get your? Where did you get your information from?
RugAbuseStatistics.org.
Oh wow! I suggest you search deeper. You don't search just one site and run with it.
I
Where should
didn't.
we
You know,
look?
you don't search.
I
You
picked
don't just
one.
search just
I
one
didn't.
site.
Cool,
Huh?
I
Reginald.
But
didn't.
Reginald, that's fine. Where should we look?
And I have data on 2026 as well. And this is from another site, by the way.
Yeah, if you don't like that site, then please give me another website.
where should you look? I mean, y'all
Yeah.
the professionals, right?
Well,
Go
if you
on the
don't
AFDA.
if you don't like what I'm telling you, then please, like, I want you to tell me a website that I can look at for
Well,
statistics that
I'm not
are
in front of a
suitable.
laptop right now, so and that's not on the top of my dome. I can remember that.
Ah,
Well, okay. Any what was your other claim then?
Well, that's my first one. Like that's just one of them. But I want to ask y'all like what is y'all angle? Like what is the purpose of y'all show? Are y'all trying to upset the masses, or like what is the point of y'all show?
education. I honestly don't know if there's a delay or what, but
Yeah, and this is my advocacy work. I've been an advocate in my community for years. So I'm pretty much, this is my next stepping stone is to actually create a community. So what me and Ari do, we have a community that we both lead, and we just so happen to be on these apps using this as a vessel and as a speaker
mhm.
to point out things. But we have real engaging conversations with people, and we try to bring real statistics and facts so people are educated.
Yeah, and I believe this is leaping. Sorry, I don't want to read your name out, but I know what your YouTube username is. Leaping Lemurs. Just said, I really appreciate your knowledge, humor, and wonderful community. Also, hi to my fantastic fellow mods. And then another person in the comments, Little Pumpkin, said, thank you for educating the American people and don't listen to people speaking up and like don't listen to a few people. Keep speaking up and fighting for basic human rights in this country. So I do a lot. You just, it's not about division, sir. It's about education. There we go. Catherine's Leaping Lemurs. I got you. I couldn't remember if your first name was in there or not.
I
So
feel
yeah,
here.
it's not about division, Reginald. It's about education and helping people find things.
But that's a great question for Donald Trump, though. What is
But
his angle?
that's
Why
what it
does he come
sounds
out
like.
on? But what about Donald Trump though? What is his angle? Why does he come out on television when we need him to unite the most? For example, let's say a pew pewing happens. Why does Donald Trump come out and say provocative things that gets the country all, in a bunch and divided and things like that? Why do he insert himself in culture wars and things like that? What is his angle? Is it to be divisive? What is it?
What did he say?
I hate my enemies.
Why would he say something like that? Me and Ari would never say something like that. I don't hate you.
I don't think that anyone's my enemy. I think that's the biggest thing. Well, hold on.
Any
I gotta correct that.
anybody
If somebody
anybody
is a
that's trying to
stalker,
hurt the
then that's my
country
enemy.
is your enemy. They're your enemy, whether you
Okay,
want
that's
to
Donald
believe it or
Trump.
not.
That's Donald Trump then.
Don't
Donald Trump
I
is
mean, but
actively trying to hurt the
hey,
country.
the
Donald
people that
Trump
he's
is
talking about,
actively
they
trying to
hate
hurt the
y'all.
country. Because, hey, would you agree, Reginald, that the United States Constitution is the backbone of our country?
What about a terrorist? What about a
Reginald,
terrorist?
Reginald,
What about somebody there to blow a
no,
building
no,
up?
Reginald, would you agree that the United States Constitution is the backbone of our country?
Yes,
Yes.
I hear you.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So, Donald Trump has been violating
Yes,
articles and amendments of the United States Constitution. It is the backbone of our country. It is our foundation. If you are trampling over the foundation of our country, then you are trampling over the United States as a whole. And that means that he's turning against the United States. He doesn't care about our foundation. He's actually going against the laws that have been put in place by Congress, specifically was saying that no living presidents can be featured on any money. Right? That's a law. He's violating our laws as they exist by putting himself on a 250 commemorative coin. But it's supposed to also hold currency value. They drafted up a $250 bill with him on it.
Right. But we can't afford healthcare and things like that. And we need to get rid of pennies because they were too expensive.
I mean, I don't disagree with getting rid of the penny.
Yeah, but I'm
and
saying,
that's
like, can we be consistent then? Like, don't make the fucking coin. Isn't that gonna cost more?
Yeah.
I thought. You know? I don't see what's the purpose of supporting him? What benefit do you get out of it?
yeah. Like I say, y'all didn't answer the question. Like I'm trying to see. Y'all say y'all trying to teach the people, right?
Yes. What would you need?
But
What
in the
would you like
same
me to
breath,
explain?
but in the same breath, I just heard the brother tell the other the veteran guy, "Thank you for your service, guy." I just heard you shoot him down. He called you a brother, and you shot him down.
I'm not his brother.
Bill explained why. Also, I
We
think it's
all
weird.
brothers.
No. Even I wouldn't say that, right? Like I don't disagree with Bill. I agree with Bill in a way that I will ally myself with people that are being active in their rights to vote, right? And utilizing their right to vote. Okay? Those are people that I would want to associate with and call family. I don't care. Like, and I tell them every day, if someone calls in and they don't want to talk about Donald Trump, but they have a question about their upcoming elections, I won't ask them who they're voting for, usually. I might ask them who they're thinking of voting for and encouraging them to look at both sides. But I give people
Do y'all believe in
resources.
God?
Which God?
There's only one God. Now we gonna go there.
Which God?
Wow.
I'm not asking which one of God's. I'm asking which, like, it's interesting how people don't seem to understand that. You can say that
The
there's only one
Creator.
God. Okay, so which one? Which faith do you aspire to?
The Creator.
Which faith do you hail from?
God has no face.
No, what faith? Nick, what faith are you?
Yes, that is the typical word I use, Chris. Thank you. I do ask. I don't think he's going to know it, though. We'll try it, though. Which faith do you ascribe to?
See, look at that. You saw you. It's coming out. It's coming out.
What
Is
religion are
something
you?
behind me? Something behind us?
What
What the
religion are
hell's
you,
going
I'm a
on?
Reginald?
Muslim. I'm a
You're a
Muslim.
Muslim. And you voted for Donald Trump.
Yes.
Oh, okay, you another disgrace. And you black.
Yes, I did.
Mm,
Is he?
I said I'm a Muslim.
okay. Are you black?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I sure did. I sure did.
Are you black? Are you black, sir?
Am I? Wow.
Are
Hey,
you black? I'm
like,
asking, are you black? Are you okay?
yeah, last I checked, I was black.
Okay. You act like I could see you and I could see that. I'm just asking.
Yeah, last I checked, I was black.
Okay.
Matter of fact, my granddad Creole, so I guess that makes me, you know,
Oh my God.
Oh. So, how do you feel about the Muslim bans?
so what? Because a person Muslim mean they can't vote for Trump?
No. How do you feel about the Muslim bans?
I'm not talking about a Muslim that blows up buildings and all that shit. They're gangsters. They're not Muslims. They're gangsters. You mean the terrorist bands?
What religion was your father?
What? You mean it? You mean the
What religion was your father?
I'm asking your question. You mean the terrorist bands? We're going to get to that.
What religion was your father?
What bands? Because he was Muslim too.
Ah. I think it took him that long to Google it to
Is
see why I
it
would
like
be
a
asking
delay?
that
Right.
question.
Like, what the
So you call so lady, you calling me a liar?
Who?
Wow.
Who? I just assumed that I was asking because I assumed that at this point he had converted to the religion and it wasn't by blood. That's all. It's not calling you a liar. I was just trying to see if you
That's
converted or if
crazy,
it was
man.
by. Hey
No,
Reginald,
it ain't
I'm gonna
crazy.
I need you to do something. I need to test something, okay? I'm gonna say 5, 4, 3, 2,
Who,
1.
me?
Yeah, I'm trying to see your
Who, me?
delay. Reginald, stop. Okay? I'm gonna go 5, 4, 3,
No,
2, 1. At the end of the
no.
5,
Wait,
4,
wait, wait,
3,
wait,
2,
wait, wait.
1.
Ari, what
I
She's
you
need
trying
you.
to
say?
fix your phone connection, dude.
I
She
don't
is
think
trying
there's
to
any
fix the
fixing
phone
it.
connection.
I don't think there's any
Like,
fixing it. I'm trying to test it to see how long it's going to take because I got this cool watch that goes by the seconds on my hand. Okay, so Reginald, I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Say words.
Yes.
oh,
That's a
God.
30-second delay. I'm not doing that. Okay. That was a 30-second delay. Oh my God. Well, that explains a lot.
Okay, that might explain it, even though he was still wrong. But
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, that was a painful delay, Parkers. Okay, that's all right. We have Jim. Let's see what Jim, you are on air
Yep,
with Ari and Bill. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. Reginald can be a brother, but anyways, y'all were talking about fentanyl stuff, or sorry, F drug stuff, and like nobody gave actual whole numbers, and there's not really any good track to say one president did better than the other on that.
76,516 on the live mints.
What's that?
76,516 on the live mints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bill actually did give a direct
wait
number.
for 2025, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Look up 2023. It's
Leading
like
up to
110.
and during the pandemic, opioid overdose deaths
No,
increased sharply. Deaths began to
2023,
fall in
2020.
mid 2023
Wait,
and have
I get it.
continued. No, there's a reason I'm
2023,
reading this.
2023,
Yes,
it was
yes,
over.
yes. Hold on. There is a reason I was reading this. This is from the KFF Institute, Opioid Overdose Deaths National Trends and Variation by Demographics and States. So I'm going to restart this. Leading up to and during the pandemic, opioid overdose deaths sharply increased. Deaths began to fall in mid 2023 and have continued to decline, though they
Right.
remain above pre pandemic levels.
That's not true. Look up. Okay, what is it for 2022?
We're doing great.
2022 is
We're doing great.
post-pandemic. Okay, is 100,000.
Nope.
If you go,
2022 was in the middle of COVID. COVID
No, it
ended.
wasn't.
Yes, it was. COVID ended. The national
was
emergency, Title 42. No, you're still wrong. Title 42 was still in effect for C19 through May 11th, 2023. That was the official end date in the United States of America for the pandemic of C19, May 11th, 2023.
You're awesome.
Yeah, and the rest of the country, that was put in place for the border. The rest of the country was up and running wide open.
Incorrect.
And
Title 42 is a national health emergency. It is not just about the border. That's just the only part that you know. Title
rest of the
42 is a
country
national health emergency implementation law that does not just solely regulate the border.
the rest of the country was up and running wide open in 2023.
The United States Supreme Court is the
said
one that decided
2022.
when. Yeah, and you're talking about 2022. Thank you. But the point is, the pandemic was considered ended, and the pandemic was not considered ended until May 11, 2023, when the United States Supreme Court officially said, "We're done."
And the
Yes,
rest of the
and,
country was
and,
already
uh,
running wide open. at
Okay,
that
so
Doesn't
okay,
matter.
title-
It was still
title-
the
I-
midst of the
it does-
pandemic.
It does
Yeah.
matter because everybody.
The
the
midst
rest
of
of
the
the country-
pandemic. No, you're still
I
wrong.
get what
You're
you're
still
saying.
wrong. No, you're not. Because according to our government, it was still the pandemic. Your personal feelings have nothing to do with it. It would still
It's not
consider
a
the
personal
pandemic. It is your personal feelings because you're ignoring the fact that the government, the United States of America government, considered us to be in the middle of the pandemic, for it to still be ongoing all through 2022 up until May 11th, 2023, when it was
Yes.
officially ended by the United States Supreme Court.
Yeah, so when
Yes,
you're reading
I
documents,
get-
wait a minute. When you're reading documents and it say pre-pandemic, we have to go off of that date. Me and your opinion about when we think it ended, because I saw shit open too. We're going off of the official date of the government. Title 42 has 136 chapters in it. Okay, where it outlines the provisions that are made when this is invoked. And like Ari said, That is just one chapter in all of 136 of them of what you could do under Title 42. That was not revoked until later on. That's
It,
just facts.
it still doesn't change the fact that the whole country is running wide
Overall
open.
trend, opioid overdose fell sharply from 2023 to 2024 from 79,358 in 2023 to 54,045 in 2024.
Yeah, and if you keep going back, you'll
Even
see
after these
there's
declines, deaths remained above
there
2019, the year before opioid deaths increased sharply during the pandemic. So yes, we are still above
there
even
there
today
is
in
there is
of
there is no track.
pre-pandemic levels, and they attribute this to the sharp decrease of the substance involved deaths.
Right. So we're going down, which I think we
Correct,
could
which
all
means
agree
that
that
we've
that's
been going down.
yes,
It's
yes,
been
I
on a
under
trend. They even
I
have a
under
nice little chart
I
for people. We'll put
understand
that
that.
up here.
You still
Kitty.
and then look at pre-pandemic. Like it's still all
Yes,
over
we're
the
still
map.
above there.
Yes.
Okay, great.
I don't so none of that if you're going to say the pandemic is it
Ooh,
throws out whatever the number is, then
interesting. It seems like we started increasing in F substance drug deaths in 2015 is when we saw from 2015 to 16 where it spiked. And then it just like
and who was
kept
that under?
going. Ooh. Yeah, I'm aware it's under Obama, but you'd have to give me a
Okay.
policy that he passed that
I
impacted that. Do you have
I
a
don't
policy?
have a I don't that's not my
Oh,
point. I
okay.
don't have a no,
No,
my
I was
point
just
is
pointing out that
no,
that
my
was the
point
first sharp incline, but really the next one was from 2019 going into 2020.
yes.
Yeah.
And what happened then?
Oh, yeah,
It
that
went
was the
up.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
yeah, I'm
again,
aware. Uh-huh.
again, there's no good way to tell who done better or worse
That wasn't our
for that.
claim anyways. That was never our
Exactly.
claims.
I never made
You're
that claim.
Yeah, you are arguing with a caller
No,
from like 2
y'all,
calls ago.
no.
Yeah, and I
I'm
even
telling you because
said it.
you
Hold
guys,
on, wait a minute,
y'all
because
were
I
because
admitted
y'all pulled up.
Just
I
go,
even
Bill.
admitted that I'm not trying to score political points when I named who was president when I said those statistics. Again, because you don't play with lives or with politics. These are not numbers, these are lives. And we still had over 70,000 people on the live last year. That's what we should be talking about.
And you're coming off mute.
Wait, you muted me?
Yes, because you kept interrupting.
Well, I
Anyways,
guess since it's
you
your
were
show, you can do that,
arguing
huh?
against somebody else, is point. We didn't
No.
make any claim about that. All he did was
Well,
read the numbers. And you're trying to say that we're giving credit to another president. We're not. Even I just admitted that, wow, there was an incline from 2015 to 2016 in those deaths. And that was under Obama. But if
right.
you want to
And
blame him,
then
you'd have to give me a policy that was implemented that
that's
negatively impacted that part of the community that led to the overdoses. And if you want to
again,
credit any, I'm still talking. I know it's hard.
you
But
already
if you
said
want
what you
to,
said.
if you want to give credit, and now you're muted again. If you want to give credit to a president for those going down, then you would have to tell me which policy was passed that would lead to the correlation causation. Also, TikTok, y'all are still way behind on the likes. We should have already been at 150,000 in the next 3 minutes. I need y'all tippy tapping that screen. And now you're coming back off mute.
All right, thanks. So again, my whole point is I don't think credit can be given to one president or another because the numbers are all over. I'm actually in agreement with Bill, right? That's your name?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm with you, and like, good on you for redacting what you said. But I'm with you. Like, I wasn't trying to give credit to any one person or another. My point is I don't think there's enough proof to show that one did it right or wrong better than the other. And it's
Which was
and I'm
never
with
our
you.
claim.
I'm with you guys that yes, it is a problem, and it doesn't matter who it's under. I agree with Bill. We might disagree on a lot of stuff, but I agree with you that it's still lives of people that, you know, the closer to zero we can get it to, the better.
So what's your
Okay.
point?
My point is when Bill was pulling up, and he already said this, when he pulled it up, he was given percentages that were F-related deaths, and I didn't feel that was a fair representation because it didn't give a whole number. If F-related deaths were up but whole numbers are down, I feel that that's an improvement. Also, I like to touch into something.
I don't know why
We
you're even still like arguing these weird things.
okay, because I didn't think that I thought the points that
See,
y'all were making were a bit silly. So I'd
well,
like to touch
okay,
into
that's your
something.
opinion. There's a
The
reason why, like,
yeah,
I'm actually surprised even
again, this is
like
an
let
opinion show,
him
right?
continue to. It's not actually. I deal with facts and not your feelings. And that's why I cite my sources. That's why I said KFF. I gave the title. Bill cited his source. He cited the title. Like, I cite
Okay.
my sources. These aren't opinions. These are facts,
Is
numbers,
politics
data,
are politics not opinions?
political opinions. Sure,
Okay. Do you
but
not?
I'm
Is
talking
your
about
show
facts.
is your show not geared around politics? Is your number one question
Are we just
to
going to be
people?
pedantic now?
Is your
Because if we're going
is
to
your nu-
go down a
is your number one
if we're
question
going down
not
the realm
why
of
do people
pedantry
still
and
have
semantics,
their
then I will
why do they still
absolutely
not
wipe the
support
floor
Trump?
with you if we're going down pedantics and semantics. So if you want to have a political conversation, we can have that. If you want to tone police and be semantical as fuck, then fine, we can also do that. Which one would you like to do? One road keeps you on the show. Which
No,
way would you like to go?
I would actually like to talk about because Bill said
Done. Like, he's obsessed with you, Bill. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I
Like,
don't know.
political opinions are opinions, right? But fact based opinions are different. Mind blowing, I know. It's all good. 1 second, guys. Over.
Okay. Well, hi YouTube. Make sure that you're following me or subscribe. I should be on here pretty soon. Ari needs to show me everything. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Uh no, she's just doing her my thing on TikTok right now. But hi YouTube. Please make sure that you subscribe to my page if you haven't already. I have no idea how you could do that, but it is Bill on the block. BLOC. I didn't put the K at the end. And you probably should watch my TikTok show on why I don't do that. So hopefully you've enjoyed the show so far, and hopefully I've been a great guest. Um, I'm always welcome to feedback, so thank you in advance. And I have no idea how to get like scores up. What do we have to do on here? Um, do like send a super chat or something? Do that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Rosa. Thank you so much. And that's my TikTok right there. If you all are on TikTok, go follow my page on there. And I usually do live streams. I'm usually at night though, around 10 o'clock, 10:30 Central Time. But we do daytime shows as well on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So thank you. Period. Um, okay, yeah, we'll have the mods put in a link. I could do that. I could do that. Thank you. I'm almost at 500 subscribers. She must be yelling at the TikTok people. What is going on over there? I wish that we could I wish we could listen in. Hey Shay, how are you? I'm just keeping everybody distracted right now. Mods, thank you. My mom's putting everything in the chat for me. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Okay. I hear everyone again. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Love you.
Yeah.
Everybody hears everybody now. Sorry for confusing people.
Yeah. Thank you, YouTube, for the subscribers.
I
We have a
like.
chance to bond a little bit.
There we go. I appreciate that. We have Javier in North Carolina.
Hi, what's going on?
Hi, Javier. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How's everyone doing?
Good. What has you? So you don't support either party, and you don't vote.
No, I don't. I have voted before, but I didn't vote in like the last person I voted for was Bernie Sanders. I'm gonna be honest with that.
Okay.
Yeah, and even the actual reason I voted for Bernie wasn't. I really wanted to just mix it up to see if we can actually get a newer party and just to actually get a little more change in us because I feel like both parties are so corrupt. But I actually kind of see what Donald Trump is actually doing at the moment.
Like
What is he
what
doing?
exactly?
What I see is that he's actually changing. We're actually copying what Russia has been doing. It's kind of actually Russia copied us, and we're recopying them during like World War II. They're returning our economy. We're returning our economy into a war economy. That's what I see us doing. So I see
Wow.
America is going to be taking over all of the eastern side of like the hemisphere. So we're going to own Venezuela. We're probably going to own Cuba, Colombia. So that's why you hear Trump talking about all these countries. I think we're going to basically turn into a war economy, which I don't agree with, but unfortunately, I see that's where we're gonna go. So it's like Russia kind of had to do the same thing because of our sanctions and everything like that. Like they just had to turn into a war economy to basically compete. And now, basically, because we fucked up in Iran, um, like they're basically in the best position they have to be in. And we're going to win by default, even if we lose this war, just because we're going to own so many resources.
Okay. So I'll let Ari take on the foreign policy part, but I just want to say something about this. Both parties are corrupt. And I am gonna use my race and my gender and everything here because I can. I am a black gay man in America. I don't have the luxury, I don't have the privilege to ignore things that is going on in my community. I live in a marginalized community. If I sit at home on my couch, people unalive. If I don't do anything, people look for me and look for other people who do things in their community. It would not happen. So I don't know what to tell you when it comes to your feelings about party and corruption and all of this. The reason why they feel so open to corruption is because they are not being paid attention to. If we have more people voting, and then after we vote, we actually go to town hall meetings, we go to council meetings, and we actually participate after we vote, they would not have room to have corruption. But right now, the Republican Party has graveled to their hands and knees to Donald Trump, so he could just do whatever he want to do. And with Democrats, we just elect them and then we go on by our business because we give them the benefit of the doubt. And we have lack of participation as well. You combine that, you have corruption. So do not give these people any more room to have corruption. I don't know your political stance. We're going to probably find that out. If you are on the left, if you have socialist ideologies or you don't believe in states' rights or things like that, I implore you to keep listening to us because we need more numbers so we can get out corruption. Because Donald Trump literally is exploiting the corruption that we've allowed over the years. Period, point blank.
I actually don't disagree with that, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually, I grew up in the Bronx in New York, and I'm a New York kid. My family's Dominican, So, the main thing is, it's just like I think, what since like our we've exploded so much, we have. I think a lot of these politicians have to be shamed a little bit more so that they actually like because the way these people work, they're so Ivy Leagued out. Like they just come in, yeah, their parents pay for more stuff. The way they come in, it's like they kind of just ride the vibe. So if we don't basically point out what they're pointing out and doing wrong, like they actually don't really care. They're not really people that grew up like in the trenches like most Americans did. I'm gonna be honest with that.
Well, then we need to start electing grassroots progressive candidates that's not speaking bullshit. If they're speaking about affordability and things like that, then those are the people that we need to be voting for, especially on the local level. The least you could do for your community is vote on a local level, and it's not just for governor and mayor. You vote for councilmen. You vote for judges and different things like that within your state in these elections. Right now, the way that our political atmosphere is set up, we have an election almost every year in our states. So,
Yeah,
like you gotta get in this.
no, I'm actually locally. I vote a lot. It's just like when it gets to like the major elections, I sometimes I like skid off and everything like that. But locally, I actually vote a lot. I do a lot for my community and anything like that. But the actual reason I actually called in was to say why Trump is doing what he's doing, even though I don't agree with him. The why they're like why we're and it has actually nothing to do with Trump because like we actually set this up during Biden's administration. Why they're doing what they're doing is it's pretty much so that we can be like the hegemon and keep the petrodollar going. We're gonna basically take over most of the high resource petro countries on the e- on our side of like the world. So Venezuela, Colombia for their higher resources. We're also going to go to Cuba as well, just because it's going to be a better locale for everything. And we're pretty much going to be like the big guy here on our side of the world. I don't agree with it. I think it's pretty effed up, honestly. But I kind of see why they're doing what they're doing. It's kind of like a playbook, really. Like I just feel like I've seen it before. I'm 38 years old, and I've seen this before. So it kind of is what it is. Like, unfortunately.
38, really.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's fine, Javier. I hope you have a good night, okay?
Yeah. Have a great evening.
All right. I'll bring up Julio. He actually taught me something even without I was looking up something while y'all were talking. And so Julio won't stay up long because I already see what he's talking about. Um
Hello.
Hi. So yeah, Julio, I'll go ahead and put it up on screen for everybody. So this is why doing this. Okay. So the MH53E Sea Dragon was discontinued in 2025, the very beginning of 2025. But it did exist prior, but it's been completely basically replaced by the MH60 Seahawk. In fact, Lockheed
And I
Martin is
understand that.
bragging about the
But I
fact
just
that
want
they
to
just delivered their 350th one
have an understanding
last
that
month.
that was known and it was true.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Is something supposed to
Right.
happen now, like confetti?
It's all good. Well, like I said, I didn't think you would be up here very long, Julio. But that's fine. So if that's all you
Okay.
wanted to add.
Yeah. Nothing else.
All right, man. Have a good night.
But I just want to say that, yeah, hey, I love the show, you know,
Thanks.
and I like the way that she puts people in place. No disrespect
Me
at all,
too.
but yeah, keep doing it,
Yeah.
and hopefully everything is just want everything to be truthful. She's good at that, and God bless.
All right, not a problem. You have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. I didn't think it was
All
going to be a
right.
long call, which is fine. Like, had Seahawks on my frigate in the Navy. Yeah, I believe it. Appalachian Avenger. That's fun. I appreciate that.
Oh,
I just had never heard of the Sea Dragon, but I've heard of the Seahawks before. That's why I was like, I knew that the Navy didn't have Blackhawks. Um, so I was like, that's not right. But hey, I went straight to the Navy.mil page, so we good now. We good. Got that. All right. This will be a short call as well, I'm sure. Hi, David. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Doing well. You just wanted to call in and give props.
Yes. So, I mean, I do listen to quite a few younger people. I mean, I'm 41, living in Florida. I do listen to quite a few younger people in their 20s and stuff. Talking about just the overarching things that are going on in America. Um, from like your Luke Beasleys to some of them are right wing commentators and stuff. Just kind of see what both of the aisles are really doing. Um, Now, one thing I did just ultimately hear while I was sitting on hold is the whole idea of both sides are corrupt. I mean, it's just like in police work and stuff. You're gonna have your good cops, you're gonna have your bad cops, right? So the one thing that kind of irritates me about that whole both sides are corrupt and the whole everybody's out for themselves or whatever. There's one side that's a little bit more so grounded in the reality of how us blue collar people do things and how we operate and how we suffer from day to day just in trying to go through life just as American citizens, gay, straight, bi, lesbian, male, female, whatever. And the whole idea that they're both corrupt is unfortunately true. But there's a major distinction between the corrupt on one side who are trying to only enrich themselves, and then the corruption on the other side who are actually trying somewhat to do for others while pushing their own political career. So to say that they're both corrupt is a little bit more of a general statement that I don't think is necessarily fair to. I don't know. I'm going to flat out say it to the left. Because when it does come down to the left, Joe Biden came from blue collar, a blue collar family. He put us in a lot of great spots in America. And when ultimately he left his presidency, we were looking
Mhm.
good. We had things going for us in a positive light, and those things were torn down. Same thing with Obama. I mean, we have these things where we have the left wing is furthering and progressing America, while the right wing tend to focus on, well, what about me? Me. I. What about me? Yes, I did initially come in here to say thank you guys for all that you're doing, and I really appreciate that. But it's that left right side of the argument that they're both messed up, which just kind of irritates me to the point where, are you really actually
Yeah.
paying attention?
I think it's just it's to me it's a lazy take to say that both sides are
Yeah,
bad or that both sides are corrupt because it just to me and again my opinion is that it's somehow trying to wash away, right?
oh no,
Um
100%. It's
like
diluting. It's diluting the pool altogether.
diluting it, excusing the fact that they don't do their research.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
And I think
Well,
I think that's the
I
biggest
didn't take the
thing.
time to read about this and study this or
Yeah.
anything. So therefore, here's my general statement. It just says, well, people are people.
Yeah. Real quick
Uh,
though, I am curious because you're in Florida. Do you know what
mm.
congressional district you're in?
Actually, I believe the ninth.
The
I'm not gonna
ninth.
lie, I'm not 100% sure.
Darren Soto. Does that name sound familiar?
Not exactly.
Okay. Um,
I'm not even when it comes to my direct local government. I'm not too familiar.
oh no, with your
I
House
do
of
know.
Representative. Who?
I do know at one point, we were under God. What's his freaking name? Scott Blaken.
I just know who's currently sitting in the House of Representatives for Florida 9. And they're rerunning, and that's Darren Soto. He's a Democrat,
Okay.
and the person campaigning against him is Thomas.
That's
Uh,
Orange County, correct?
I have no idea.
I,
I just
it
have a
could be.
list.
It's
Sorry.
Orange or Seminole. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
100%
can
sure.
see real quick. District 9, Florida.
But in being in Florida, you know that I've dealt with your Ron
Uh,
DeSantis's, your Jeb
oh
Bushes, and
yeah.
unfortunately, the alien amongst us, the what's
As
his name,
yeah.
Rick Scott.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like it's part of Orlando covers Kissimmee.
Yeah.
So is that Orange County?
Yes, that's Orange.
I'm not
Orange
too
County.
familiar with those counties. I'm still new to the
Disney.
state, but yeah. So yeah, it looks like your representative right now is Darren. Oh, I just got off Darren Soto. It looks like
Okay.
he's might be running unopposed, so you might not have to go to your ballot box in August for the House of Representatives, but be sure to vote for your primaries for the Senate race and everyone else.
Oh, I'm going to, of course. I'll
August
admit
16th.
that maybe not being 100% up on who my representatives are.
August 18th, my
I
bad.
kind of will say I do just flag all Republicans and mark down all Democrats.
Yeah, no
Because
problem.
again, again, the person I want fighting for me is somebody who's come from where I've come from.
Yeah,
I
understood.
the reason I point out Disney is my dad worked for Disney growing up. My mom worked for Disney. She was one of the first cast members of Disney World.
Oh, that's cool.
So a lot of people might say, "Oh, well, you had a rich childhood." No, I go to Disney World every so often because my parents got tickets and stuff. But we struggled paycheck to paycheck every day, every week, every month. We didn't know how we were going to put food on the table. My brother and I, we actually ended up doing lawn maintenance for people just to help our parents out. I dropped out of high school early to help my mother who is sick and dying, and unfortunately, she did pass away. But fortunately, she
Oh,
did take until 2021 to do so, which is good. But
okay.
throughout the whole process of my life, I've watched what Republicans have done to people, and I've watched what Democrats have done. And granted, yes, on both sides of the aisle, there's a substantial amount of corruption. However, I don't see a Democrat making excuses for a pedophile. I don't see a Democrat making excuses for somebody who reaches out to a commentator and says, "Hey, who's going to win the fight tonight?" So I can, enrich myself and my family. I don't see those things
My
happening.
my
Granted,
messages were hacked by AI. Raw. So yeah, yeah.
yeah. And I
Oh,
actually did want to ask, I'm sorry, what was his name? Bill?
yes.
Who was it that was talking about being a gay man in society? Was it Bill?
Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
So,
me.
like, my question about that is, like, how do you feel while supporting, Democrats? What what is your feeling ultimately when it comes down to, say, a gay man, very open, very out, very married to another man, um, defending Trump at every turn? How does that feel in that community? Honestly, without being in that community, it's hard for me to tell. But my best friend Thomas, he tells me it's an absolute deplorable thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I'm black too, so when I have black people that voted for Trump, so it's kind of like a slap in the face, and they know the same things that I know, and I just found out that those people are very selfish. A lot
Mm,
of them are not happy with who they are, and they look
mhm.
for that party to accept them. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to, before I came out, I used to want to be accepted, like in that tough crowd, like, you know, where like real masculine people would accept me and stuff like that. But one thing that I never did that they would do is they actually went against the community, speak out against the community, and they do the things that they do. That's the part I'm not understanding. So it's
Right.
it's a slap in the
Like the uncle
face.
from the Boondocks.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, it's really a slap in the face. Like
Right.
I'm struggling with that. Even my own family members,
Yeah,
it's a
actually,
it's a tough
I work
struggle.
for a guy who is, like I said, very gay, very married, very much a Trump supporter, and I'm just like, how the fuck? Sorry, pardon my French. How can you sit there and actually defend somebody who one doesn't care about you as a person, whether you're gay, straight, or whatever, doesn't care about you as a person, let alone actively rails against you as a gay man. And if he had it his way, your marriage would be dissolved.
Correct.
I mean, I just don't know how that, and I think you really kind of hit the nail on the head though. It's that insecurity with themselves in which that
Mm-hmm.
they, and that's one thing that I kind of noticed about the Republican Party right now, the MAGA movement. It's, it's isolationism and inclusion at the same time, where you don't want these people, but hey, you know what? If you're gonna speak out loud and proud for us, then by all means come on over. It's the louder voices prevail, and when it does come to those kind of people, those kind of self-righteous, outspoken people who MAGA does want on their side. But then again, they're railing against their own people.
Yeah, unfortunately,
But
that happens in any and every demographic, right? We had one person that said that he was a Muslim and voted for Trump and is supporting Trump and just went off the rails on that. And it's like, oh, okay, support the party that literally hates everything about your religion because they don't know anything about the um
and,
the
and it's not
Muslim
ultimately said
religion.
enough. It's not ultimately said enough what good things Trump can possibly do. He
Mhm.
does have an influential voice, and if he wanted to make
Mhm.
radical change for the better, he could. But he just chooses not to because
Mm-hmm.
that's not who he is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's the kind of person that really kind of just goes out for himself. And
Right.
ultimately, like there's certain things like when it comes to the immigration policies, it's like, hey, yeah, by all means, if they are here illegally and they commit a crime, get them out. But at the same time, there's due process. We need to make sure that we're giving them the rights as a person in America, not a American citizen. Because a lot of people say, oh, if they're not American citizens, they don't get due process. They do get due process because it's
They do.
people in America, period. And
Agreed. All right.
you
Well,
got to get those things all have to happen. I mean,
true.
if you want somebody out of America, if they're here for bad reasons, if they're here to maim, kill, get your kids addicted to drugs and stuff, then yeah, those people shouldn't be here. But then again, that's the same for for Americans. I mean, if you're born and raised here and you do those kind of terrible things, you deserve to be locked up.
Not gonna find disagreement here. Well, I appreciate you calling in, David, and I hope you have a great evening.
Yeah, and
Thank
sorry to
you.
kind of spiral there, but I do
No,
appreciate you guys
No,
for
you
doing
didn't
what you're
spiral.
doing. It's always
Yeah.
it soothes my 41-year-old heart that I have a 3-year-old child that I know that there's a semblance of hope out there when the young people are out there going out for my son's future.
That's awesome.
I don't care about my future. My future's already written. He's got one to go forward though.
okay.
W's.
Well, see you out at the polls, the
Hell yeah.
election polls on August 18th in Florida. Have a good
Oh
one.
yeah. Take care.
Bye. Which, by the way, to be clear, in the primaries, Florida are closed primaries, so you have to be registered with that party. You can only vote with that party. So it's part of why when he says I vote Democrat, well, you ain't. If you're a registered Democrat, you don't have a choice when it comes to your primary. Also, Lenati, I shut down the phone line, so you are welcome to drop off. I do appreciate you so much. And this one will be interesting. Tate, you are on air with Ari and Bill. How are you doing?
Hi, you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. I just wanted to, support people who are out here trying to do some good work and wanted to call in. But I just wanted to say, I really don't believe in left and right anymore. I think it's all, I don't want to be, cursing, but you know what I mean? It's just, it's not, I don't think it's really relevant anymore because it's just all so corrupt. And I think people have to stop looking at each other on these different sides and finding problems all the time and start looking up to where the real oppression is coming from. Where is it really coming from? These people all have the same,
People with money.
like, ultimate. Yeah, they all work for the same people. I mean, I'm sorry, but each of them when they come in, they have basically the same agenda, but they execute it in different ways. Yeah, they do different, they do it differently, but it's just all pretty much the same. Our country's been going down for a long time. It's not just one party, it's both. And I think they've been eroding our rights, taking them from us, having us fight amongst ourselves. And yeah, they are issues that need to be addressed. But I don't think that parties are the answer. And I don't know exactly what is, and that's a sad, scary thought, but instead of looking up and looking at the trillionaires and billionaires and everybody who is robbing people blind, we're looking at, you know, we're looking at their handmaidens. You know what I mean? It's pointless unless we get to the real problem. Who
No,
is
let's get no.
engineering?
Ari, do you mind if I
You're good.
let's talk? I don't. I'm sorry, and Ari might disagree, and that's fine. Like we could debate it, but I actually disagree. I don't think
Mm.
it's that's the core issue. I think racism is the number one issue that we have in this country, and until racism, which it probably won't ever be, that's the way to combat classism and capitalism. But I do understand that that is a harder thing to achieve. So we can walk and chew gum at the same time. But even the people like that you're talking that I should be in lockstep with, going to combat the big man, the government, the billionaires, they have some racist tendencies. And I feel
Oh, yeah.
like when the dust settles, we're gonna go right back into that same mode, and I don't trust it
Yeah,
personally.
I know, and people have not been trustworthy. That's for sure. But it's both parties that have destroyed our trust. And you know, I don't think we can say that, you know, everything was great under Biden. I'm sorry, I don't think that's true. And Biden, it's worse now, and that's for sure. But I don't think that this has not come about from, you know, one party. This has come about from an erosion of rights, from an erosion of what it means to have freedom. Have we ever even experienced it? I mean, our ancestors came here in slave ships, a lot of us, you know, and we've had to experience what comes from starting your society, part of your society like that, and been, you know, told over and over again that that doesn't mean anything. I mean, you know, everybody pull yourself up by your bootstraps kind of nonsense. But there's so many, I mean, it's just so hard to focus on all of those issues when you honestly, almost, we don't even have a country anymore. Look at what's going on. They're trying to merge these military with a bunch of genocidal maniacs, you know, and that's not just one party. That's both parties trying to do that. I'll tell you right now, you think Chuck Schumer's against Israel? You think he's going to
If
Nobody
he get
likes
voted
Schumer.
out, yes. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say, but we're actually putting pressure on the Democrats, and they're folding like lawn chairs. And if
And
they
that's
not
wonderful,
it,
but we should make sure we demand something for that, because you know what, they
Cool.
always play it.
Tate,
They
calm
always
down for a
play it.
second. Tate, well, let's roll back for a second. Tate, tell me one right that was rolled back by the Democratic Party policies.
Well, they were censoring people who they didn't agree with
Incorrect.
about
That's already been
certain things.
disproven when it comes to Meta. A private platform had the choice whether or not to do that. They chose to do it themselves. They have their own terms of
But that's
service,
not
just like
just Meta.
TikTok has their own
That's not
terms
just
of
Meta.
service,
You
just
think that
like
they
TikTok
tried to
has.
propose a
Vince,
ministry
Tate,
of
stop.
truth,
Tate,
didn't they?
Tate,
Hey, no.
Tate, stop. Listen for a second.
Why?
You cannot listen to me if you are still talking.
But it's not just one platform that was.
Cool. Then I'll force you to listen to me for a second. I'm sorry, Tate. Like, you got to let me finish my sentence, okay? Private platforms have their own terms of service, and they can relegate that or enforce it however they choose to do so. There is a reason why there was no settlements and no ruling against the previous administration for having done this violation of freedom of speech, and that's because it wasn't. They suggested that they stop allowing just anybody to say anything, right? There's a reason why misinformation gets you taken down on TikTok, right? It has nothing to do with the Biden administration. It's literally about their terms of service. Okay. So now, Tate, when I let you off mute, if you want to directly address that, you can. Otherwise, tell me something else, because you're already wrong about this whole censoring, okay? Tell me another right or a right that the Democratic Party rolled back at the federal level.
At the federal level?
Yep.
I have to do a little more research, but I have to say, when he was
Cool.
in office,
So then what
people
right
were
was
getting
rolled back
censored
by the
left and
Republic?
right.
Would you
They
like
were
me to
getting
give you
censored
one
left
that was rolled
during
back by
COVID.
the
You weren't
Republicans?
allowed
Would you
to
like me to
speak.
give you
You
back
weren't
one?
allowed.
Would you like me to give you back rights that were rolled back by Republicans?
I think both of them I'd like, from both parties.
Oh,
because
sorry.
in
I
the
don't
loss
have
of
ones
right
from the
hold on,
Democrats
sorry,
because they
but
haven't
we
rolled
have
back anybody's
Jack
rights,
Manson.
Tate.
So
Tate!
you don't know what you're talking about, lady. Have a good
You don't
day.
know what you're talking about, sir.
Then,
Well, you know
You don't know what
just
you're
shut
talking
up.
then
about.
name it.
You ain't know what
Then
you're
name
talking
it.
about.
The fuck? Like, say it.
Like, you're the one who couldn't list a single thing.
You don't know what you're talking about, lady. Oh, Tate.
I'm just gonna, like, okay. Do you see how easy it is? Like, when you ask them, cool. You want to say it's both sides. Give me something that the Democratic Party did then. Do it. You can't come up with it. You can't do it because it's not both sides. It's not. Jeez Louise. But that was funny at the end. You don't know what you're talking about, lady. The Massachusetts finally came out of him. All right. We got one more caller, and then we're gonna keep this short. Hi, Riley. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing well. So what is your take on how Trump is ruining America that no one is talking about?
Not that no one is talking about it. I did hear the last caller mention it briefly. Just I don't think it's getting the amount of attention that it really deserves. There's the 2027 defense budget that Congress is supposed to be voting on soon, and it includes provisions to join the Department of Defense with the IDF. And so, like, I feel like we should be backing candidates who are either progressive or green, who specifically mention DEI and the Epstein files. Like, if you're not willing to put blood, sweat, and tears on the line for DEI and the Epstein files, then I personally don't think that anybody should have anything to do with them. One, we need a lot more Black people running this country, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because Black people specifically in this country are incredibly inept at spotting oppression at the very first signs. And I think if we've learned anything under this administration is that oppression can seep in so quickly when somebody's playing chess, and we all just assumed that we were hunky-dory playing checkers, and our white privilege is biting us in the fucking ass. Excuse my language. And now we have a man who is so prolific in the Epstein files, and another man in another country who has all the proof that he's just running this man like a puppet, and he's going to hand our entire country over. It's literally titled Israel 2048, a blueprint for rising asymmetric geopolitical power. And it's a little bit terrifying. We're going to be the quote New Jerusalem. And
I have sorry, I'm gonna pause because I have issues
yeah,
with so yes, there's a lot of articles that you can find about the whole supposed merging of DoD with IDF, but there is nothing on Congress. The text is not available for the National Defense Authorization Act. So there's no, like, we can't actually see the text.
right.
And that's why it's like I don't like people saying that when we can't see it. Let's see if I can find the sent version.
And that actually is another thing that concerns me is like we're hearing reports of like
that's
certain senators talking about it, but I'm not finding specifics.
No, that's
But
not
either way,
abnormal that it takes a while for it to get
yeah,
uploaded. They're supposed to have the text available within 3 days of an introduction, but they're not hard lined on adhering to that.
exactly. And we have a Congress that is overwhelmed by people who bend and fold.
It's just actually what they've always done, because it's
Right.
it's not the congressmen and women that put it into place. They have people hired in Congress that introduce it and put it up on
Right. Because these people can't
congress.gov.
be everywhere at once.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just no way to find it, unfortunately, so I just wanted to point that out. Let's see. And I can't speak on the Black experience, so I can't say anything on that one. And Bill will need to come back here shortly, but oh, there he is.
I'm
Okay.
here. Sorry,
Okay.
I was messing with Riot.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I would say that there are different ways that we're losing our sense of our own country and independence. I can't disagree with that one. Sure, we can blame Bibi Netanyahu because he's probably the worst person that's ever been elected into office in Israel, I think. He's done
Probably.
horrible
And
shit.
if we're ever going to talk about election fraud, I want to talk about that election. Okay.
Yep. Well, not with TikTok, because TikTok hates those two words together specifically.
Right.
So Riley, do you know when your primaries are in Florida?
No, actually.
Are you registered with either party or are you registered independent?
I'm registered independent.
Okay, so you can't vote in your primary anyway, so that is irrelevant. Do you know what voting district you're in?
I'm in 9.
Second person in 9. So Darren Soto is your incumbent when it comes to the House of Representatives. Are you going to vote for Darren
Yeah,
again?
I don't think incumbents have done us any favors. We should probably look at scrapping the whole pile of them, except for like a few.
Sure, you can try to do that when, I don't know, if there was somebody running against him. There is not. And then you can't vote in the Democratic or the Republican primary when it comes to Florida because they have closed primaries.
Yeah.
So are you just
do,
not going to vote
I-
for your House of Representative in November?
No, I was thinking about re-registering and actually registering Democrat just so that I could go and vote. Because I have a friend over in Ocala and he said that there's a lot of progressives trying to get campaigns running on the Dems. So
Okay.
I was
Well, I
thinking
think
about
the cutoff time might have passed for that. I think it might have been before April 1st, but you can check.
I am going to check with him. And even if, I can't vote for any of them this year, I'll throw my hat in the ring for next time because we've got to get some change. And
that's cool.
Florida, like the things that people say about Florida are by and large true, but one thing that a lot of people don't know is that Florida is more purple than a lot of people like to talk about. So that's encouraging.
I believe that.
It is.
Yeah, in some areas, and then they changed the map.
Right,
I don't know what
I
that's
am
going to
in
be.
I am in a very,
Right.
very red town. But when you talk to people without like using certain hot button words, you find out that like we're all way more alike than we like to think.
Oh no,
when you throw those,
it's definitely true for
Yeah.
anybody. But all
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, Riley, and I hope you have a good night. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you both for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and end that. All right, guys, if you haven't already, friendly reminder, follow Bill, subscribe to him if you are watching on YouTube. It's in the description, so go ahead and do that. And yes, Lenny Lou, in Florida, unless you are registered with the party, you cannot get a ballot. So also there is not a single other, there's one Democrat on my ticket for the primary. So yeah,
Me
when it
too.
comes to the House. So I don't have a lot of choices.
Me too.
Um,
Mine is Jesse Jackson's son. Ironically.
oh, that's cool, actually.
Yeah, I did not know that. I was like, oh,
That's real
Jonathan
cool.
Jackson. I'm like, that sounds familiar.
I mean, if he's really his son, then that's pretty dang cool. If you guys
Yeah.
are watching on TikTok, and you haven't watched my latest video, go watch it. It'll be posted up on YouTube tomorrow because I'm really bad at posting at the same time between apps. I'm really bad at that. I'm working on it. If you guys are watching on YouTube, you're about to be redirected to Polly. So go tell Chris hi. I really don't like calling him Polly. But if you haven't already, be sure to go to the description or like No Name put it in the chat, Bill's direct YouTube page and hit subscribe to Bill. We're trying to grow his platform. Thank you guys so much. Let me see if I can speed read through the super chats. Avalon, thank you for the jewels. Bishop said, Bill P, the political science guy. Bill. That's funny.
Oh,
You should
thank
have,
you.
you said to send insults, so here we go. Ari's whole body shows up in her photo ID. That's pretty funny. Dan, lay off the Kool-Aid, please, bro. Some Americans are so fucking dumb. You're right, Sean or Scott. This general did not give a professional disclaimer. He is not a general guy. This guy is flat out, the guy flat out lies. The general wouldn't do this. Why he's a general, why didn't he give the professional disclaimer? Stolen valor, POS. Oh, that's to I don't know which one that was to.
That
There
guy,
was
yeah, I know
it
who he's
wasn't
talking
it
about.
wasn't the kid, it wasn't the 22-year-old who tried calling back, by
Right.
the way, and tried to give a different name. Like, I didn't see your number before. Y'all dumb. Anyways,
Yeah.
Dan, we all know you're a DICK. What's the caller's MOS? Ha, funny. Navy doesn't have MOS. They go by rank. Or not rank. No, yeah, that's right. They go by rank for their pay grade is how they are. They don't have an MOS, sorry. Just saying that they don't have an MOS. Does he kiss his pastor with that mouth? He kisses his ass. Remainder for the vet fund. I'm assuming cheers count. Well, I appreciate the cheers, Potato. They help me for next month on Twitch, but they don't go. Yeah, they go by rates. So I said rank. Thank you, TC, for the correction. Rate. The Navy goes by rate. That was the general. He called himself a general. JP, oh, that's stupid. That 22-year-old was way dumb. Hang up. His obsession about genitalia is disturbing. It was. He did get hung up on. I posted with Polly last night. Republican Male Gay Association. Affiliated Gay Association. MAGA is Male Affiliated Gay Association. Dang. Thank you, No Name, for the coins. He's just upset that he can't even get a date. Yeah, that's true. Thank you, No Name. Thank you, No Name, for all the jewels. Ryu, Billy, Baby, Peach, JP. Thank you guys for all the jewels. I'm sorry, young veteran, but you need to look at Cadet. But I did read that out loud. Thank you again, Sean. POS Gravy Seals. Yeah, if he was even in there. Billy, thank you. Tammin, thank you. Janelle, thank you. Kinley, original. Yeah, guys, let's go ahead and knock out the hat and mustache goal. We got a few left. Did you see JD Vance release his book 47 days before his birthday? Trump equal 47, President equal 47, Republican equal 47, Democrat equal 47, White House equal 47. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of 47s. Thank you. Also, that's where JD Vance has been this entire time, where no one's seen him. Thank you,
Right.
Wizard. Scott, FYI, Irish Republican Army is a name used by several paramilitary organizations in Ireland throughout the 20th and 21st century. Thank you for the little known fact. Thank you, JB. Trump is a Freemason, the apprentice. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, and Miri, thank you for the 5. This goes with last super chat. Muslims aren't all terrorists, like all Irish aren't IRA. That's a good point. Thank you for the happy poop. America doesn't have a left. That is true. Under Biden, did the world hate the USA? No, not in my opinion. I love Bill's kitty. Aslan ending it with a sweet note.
Oh,
Also,
thank you.
Mischievous, thank you for renewing your sub over on Twitch for 9 months. I hope you're in here still to hear that. Guys, go say hi to Chris. On TikTok, go to Polly Politics. Y'all have fun. Normally I'd raid Hector, but you know what? Sometimes I just gotta go with my other guy, or my guy. Sorry, be over here collecting men again. Apparently. See, I already got one. Hey,
Not the
okay, I'm done.
slip.
I'm done. All right, y'all have a good night. I will see you back on live tomorrow with a deep dive episode. That runs a little bit differently. We are only going to be Mrs. Ari. sorry, Mr. Ari is who your guys going to go raid. Polly Politics, Mr. Ari. That's funny. So join tomorrow on Deep Dive. It'll only be on the landscape version on TikTok, and on YouTube we will not have portrait. Well, if you guys are using your phone to watch TikTok, you will. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.